We're back. Subscribe or LeBron James breaks his leg.
Oh, he already has a sprained MCL.
And it'll get even worse if you
Not
don't
our glorious
subscribe
king.
and like. Like and subscribe for the king. He's only got like 1 or 2 years left in him. Alright? Don't you want to see him win a championship? God, don't be so fucking selfish. Okay, we're cooking tonight. Raw has some good shit today. This is where shit starts picking up. And here we go. Show starts off with Roxanne Perez coming out and saying, "At Backlash, I proved that the future is here. I proved that this generation is better than the ones before it. This is the greatest women's division of all time, and I am the one leading it. This championship means the world to me, and it also means that I am the best in the world." Before she can continue, she gets cut off by Nikki Bella's theme song. Nikki comes to the ring and says, Nat was telling me about you. She was gearing up for your match and she said you have all timer potential. She said that when it's all said and done, you could go down as the greatest of all time. So I figured that I'd come and take a look for myself. But now that I'm here and I'm looking at you, I don't get it. All I see is a fluke champion that looks ready to drop that belt at their next title defense. I can tell it's already getting heavy for you. Let me tell you what. How about you attempt to prove yourself to not just me, but the entire WWE universe? Why don't you put that title on the line against me? Roxanne replies with, "What the hell is going on lately? First, Nat comes back from wherever the hell she's been, and now you come back after being gone for years? I must be getting visited by the ghost of Diva's past. Fine! You want a match? You got it. But I'm telling you right now, I have more talent in my thumb than you have in your entire body. And if you think you stand the slightest chance against me, you're..." Before Rox can finish, Nikki just slaps her across the face, stunning Rox. As Nikki then gets her up and hits a rack attack, Nikki Bella holds the belt high. I actually take this story pretty decent look way, I think. We'll see. We'll see. First match, Money in the Bank qualifying match. Nia Jax wins. All right. We then bring out the two finalists for the Women's United States Championship tournament, Bianca and Rhea. They've met a lot in the past year. Championship gold was on the line every time. Rhea starts off with, "Well then, where should we start? Oh, I know. Let's just cut to the chase. We already know how this ends. I mean, if we're being honest, we know I'm walking out as the first ever women's US champion. I fought you I fought you on so much bigger stages than this before and beat you. What makes you think this time is gonna be different? Because this time, Jade isn't gonna be here to hold me back. You and I both know I would have beat you if she wasn't there. I had you beat so many times and she ruined it for me. Oh, boo hoo. You sound like Roxanne Perez. In the end, the only thing that mattered was that I pinned you in this ring. And at Money in the Bank, it's going to be no different. You keep telling yourself that, Rhea. That'll make the moment even sweeter when I finally pin you." Alright, men's Money in the Bank qualifying match. Adam Cole, Andrade, or Wesley, who will win? Adam Cole, baby, will win. Okay, backstage, Legado is there when they run into the Shield. "You," Santos says angrily, "you two got in my way. I appreciate the sentiment, but you cost me the match. I had Finn down for the count. Wait a minute. Wise man, answer me this. Who was about to get hit with a coup de grace before we made our entrance? That would be Santos, my tribal chief. Exactly. We saved you. We stalled that man enough for you to even get that finisher on him. You should be thanking us. Stay out of my way next time. Legato walks off. Paul Heyman says, my tribal chief, now seems like a good time for me to break some bad news to you. I have to do something tonight. Something I don't want to do. And I don't know how it will affect us. What are you talking about, wise man? Look, whatever it is, I'm sure it won't cause any trouble. You got the wise man moniker for a reason. Now, go and do what you do best. Alright? Then we get not Alistair Black, what the fuck? Gunther coming out to celebrate finally beating Alistair Black. He calls himself the greatest champion of all time when he's interrupted by Oba Femi. Oba makes his way to the ring, grabs a mic, and says next week he's in the Money in the Bank qualifier match, and when he wins, he's going to cash in on Gunther, and he will be known as the ruler of not just Raw, but the entire WWE universe. Gunther smiles and says he can't wait. Then we get Oba versus Rey Mysterio. Oba wins. All right. This is where I low key start getting meta with it. Tiffany and Bliss come to my office and ask when they're gonna start getting opportunities on my brand, and I say, "Go look for teams to fight." Oh wait, there are none right now. This division is drier than the Sahara at this point, and that's where that segment ends. All right, backstage, Santos and Los Garzas are marching around. When they find Undisputed Era, Santos says, you cheated me in our last match. I had you down for the 3. You got lucky. I know, and you know in your heart that I should be champion right now. Well, are you? Finn replies. Are you the champion right now? No? Okay then. End of conversation. You had your opportunity and you blew it. Now get lost. Oh, I'll get lost, alright. Oh, and by the way, I've already spoken to Eric. He agrees that I should be champion. So he's given me a rematch in 2 weeks. And I get to choose the stipulation. See you inside a steel cage, Finn. I hope you're ready. We get a close up. We get a close up on Finn, and he's angry, and so is the rest of the Undisputed Era. Fuck! I forgot I put that bitch in a steel cage. Ah, gotta rewrite that match. Okay. Um, we get this Money in the Bank qualifier. Bailey versus Piper Niven versus Kalani Jordan. Money in the Bank qualifying match. Bailey wins. Let's go, Bailey. Ooh. Oh, went too far down. We get one more promo package saying Julia is coming soon. And we get to our main event. LA Knight and Mox are in the ring already. CM Punk makes his entrance. And he has Paul Heyman by his side. Mox starts looking at him confused, asking him what the hell he's doing. Paul just looks mentally drained and out of it. You can tell he doesn't want to be in this situation. Towards the end of the match, we see Mox hit his finisher on LA Knight. He goes for the cover, but Heyman starts distracting the ref. Mox lets go of the pin. He gets in Heyman's face. Paul gets off the apron. Mox turns around. CM Punk picks him up and hits a GTS to pin Mox. CM Punk is qualified for the Money in the Bank tournament. And the dissension starts in the Shield, I
Not the wise man pulling double duty already.
guess. What do you mean?
He just got to Raw. He can't already start fucking over Roman Reigns.
Ah, listen, it's gonna be good, good, as Booker T says.
Welcome to SmackDown, the brand where the tag division actually matters, except for possibly this week.
I was about to
It's
say, what the? There's not a single tag match on this show.
yeah, it's all singles action. Anyways, Big E opens the show and says tonight is a big night for SmackDown. Let alone do we start some qualifying matches for both the men's and women's Money in the Banks, but we are also starting a brand new tournament. I realized during my first month that there was a plethora of women being left off the card, and that was just simply unacceptable, and I do apologize for it. So starting tonight, we are starting the Women's Intercontinental Title Tournament. Now, this is not a traditional tournament. This tournament will take place over the next 14 weeks, including 2 matches every single week. Each match result will earn these women points based upon how they win a match. Ways to gain points are plentiful. If you submit your opponent, you gain 5 points. If you pin your opponent, you get 3 points. If you want a cheap win and win by countout, you'll only get 1 point. And now, if your opponent themselves gets disqualified, let alone do they lose a point, but you will also gain half a point for said result. The top 2 point getters at the end of the tournament will face off for the prestigious Intercontinental title at the Bad Blood PLE. Now, I have handpicked 8 women to compete in this tournament as I feel could be great inaugural champions to showcase the true potential of this title. Those 8 women are Jade Cargill, Sol Ruka, Zarya, Io Sky, Asuka, Lyra Valkyria, Ember Moon, and Paige. The first match of this tournament will begin right now. And we move into Jade Cargill versus Sol Ruka. Jade Cargill wins the match via pinfall, earning herself 3 points. After the match, you see Seth Rollins walking around backstage when he sees Big E. Seth tells Big E that he has to fix what Drew did to retain his title at Backlash. Seth, Seth didn't get through CM Punk just to be screwed over again by somebody else. Big E says he understands where Seth is coming from, but there's Money in the Bank coming up, so maybe qualify for that and win so that you can win the title that way. Seth says they both know that's not what he means. Big E says, what do you want, Seth? Do you want me just to give you another world title opportunity but make it no disqualification? Seth says, well, actually, yeah, that sounds perfect to me. Fine then, Big E says. I'll set the match for Money in the Bank. But Seth, if you fail, there's no more handouts. This is now the second time I'm giving you an out for this situation, so figure it out. Solo Sikoa then comes down to the ring all alone. Solo gets on the mic and says, you guys may be wondering what took me so long to show my face here on SmackDown. Well, let me take you guys on a quick trip down memory lane. See, last year I was being a good soldier for my family. Through all their turmoil, I stayed a good soldier. Then we get to WrestleMania. I go out there to help my family, and what do? They put my ass through a flaming table. You see, at that moment, I learned that my family didn't really value me. They were willing to sacrifice me just so they could continue their own problems. So I decided that I need to take some time away and figure out what I'm going to do, and I came up with the perfect plan. You see, on on that side of the family, they always overlooked me. I was never the first, second, or even third choice. I was the fourth wheel. I was the reject of the family. No one on that side truly cared about Solo Sikoa. So now that I'm on SmackDown, I'm going to find my family. A family that will stand by my side. A family that together is going to run SmackDown and make sure nobody overlooks us. A family with a bond so tight nobody will be able to step to us. SmackDown, consider this a warning shot because the brand you know will soon be changed forever. We cut to commercial. We come back for a Money in the Bank qualifier match between AJ Styles and Damian Priest. Damian Priest picks up the win.
I mean, yeah.
AJ AJ Styles heads to the back and sees Ethan Page. Page tells AJ to cheer up. Look, I know you lost your chance at entering the Money in the Bank tonight, but there's still plenty more for you to do. Look, tonight I also have a qualifier match for the Money in the Bank, and I have to go up against Karrion Kross. Now, he has a whole group behind him, and I was thinking if I had someone like yourself out there, it would maybe deter them from the possibility of interfering in our matchup. AJ says, You're just not going to give up, are you? Fine. I'll be out in your corner tonight during your match. Ethan says, Thanks, man. And hey, you never know. This could be the start of something special. AJ says, I wouldn't count on it. Liv Morgan and Raquel then walk into Big E's office and speak about the Money in the Bank. Liv says, We want tag title shots at Money in the Bank. It shouldn't be damage control anymore because how many opportunities does one faction need to understand they just can't hang in this division? You put people like us out there, and we're going to be able to show you that who the best tag team in all of WWE is. Big E says, Well, I do like the idea, but don't you also have a qualifying match tonight for Miss Money in the Bank? Liv says, Well, yes, but that shouldn't stop us. Give me the chance to walk out with some titles and a briefcase, and I won't prove you wrong. Big E says, "Well, I'll give you guys the tag match." And at this point, Zaruka enters the office and says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! You're just giving them tag title opportunities? At least make them earn it." Biggie says, Well, Liv already has a match tonight, and I really don't want to double book her. And Zarya, you have a match in the women's IC title tournament. So how about next week, Liv and Raquel take on Zaruka, and whoever wins gets the tag title opportunity. Liv says, Fine. Raquel, come on, I have a Money in the Bank to qualify for. And they head out. We then get down to the ring for Liv versus Ruby Soho for the women's Money in the Bank qualifier. Liv Morgan picks up the win. We then go backstage. Cora Jade is being interviewed about her women's title defense at Backlash when Becky Lynch confronts her. Becky says, Put your damn guard down. I'm not gonna punch you in the face yet. Look, at Backlash, I wasn't even involved in the finish, and something tells me that you know as well as I do that you can't really call yourself a champion until you beat me one on one. Cora laughs and says she can call herself champion because look where the title is. But Becky is right. She has never beaten her one on one. Is that supposed to make me give you a title shot though? I mean, I'm already champion. I don't have to prove anything. Becky says true, you don't have to prove anything. It's just everyone will know you're a phony champion. All you really are at this point is just a brat with a belt. Cora says, You keep calling me that like it's supposed to get under my skin, like it's supposed to bother me. Well, since you seem so desperate to lose to this brat, let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to head into Biggie's office, I'm going to ask him for a match, and at Money in the Bank, it will be you versus me for my women's title. And when I beat you, I want you out of my title scene. Becky laughs and says, You go do that, and at Money in the Bank, I'll make a woman out of you. We then go over. Kevin Owens is interviewed about winning the US title. Owens says, It's been a minute since I held singles gold here in WWE, so this feels pretty good. Braun Breaker then confronts Owens and says, Hey, I was never pinned at Backlash, so I think I'm entitled to my rematch. Owens says, Braun, you need to lower your tone like 20 decibels. We're indoors. I can hear you perfectly fine. Braun says, Well, then what do you say? Do I get my title rematch? Owens looks at him for a moment and says, No. Someone told me once that no one gets a title shot until I say they get one. So if you want one, then earn it. We then go back out to the ring for Zarya versus Paige for the women's IC title tournament. Zarya wins the match with a torture rack, earning herself 5 points. After the match, Drew McIntyre storms into Big E's office and says, So you're just giving him the rematch? Does what I do mean nothing to you? Drew, it Drew, it's because of what you've been doing to retain your titles that has caused me to give Seth these rematches. If you would just defend your title honorably, then we wouldn't be having this conversation. Drew says, So what you're telling me is that you don't want me as your champion. I thought you were supposed to be in my corner. Big E says, first off, I'm in nobody's corner. I'm the SmackDown GM. I'm here to run a tight ship, not embrace people's egos. Secondly, why wouldn't someone want you as their champion? Look at you, Drew. You're a beast. You want me to just stop handing out title shots? Then at Money in the Bank, defend your title. And since I already made the match a no disqualification, then you'll have no worries about causing a DQ. If you want me on your side, Drew, all you have to do is defend your title with honor. Then I'll be more than willing to work with you in regards to your World Heavyweight title. Drew takes his title and storms out of the office. Karrion Kross is then seen speaking with Final Testament, and Kross says, boys, I am so proud of you retaining your titles at Backlash, proving to be a powerhouse in the tag division. Now, I have some news for you guys. As you know, I have a Money in the Bank qualifier tonight. Now, usually, no matter what I am doing, I am always around, but this is a shot at something big. So, as of now, I am temporarily stepping away from the Final Testament. Ricochet, I am leaving you in control. I know this group can and will continue their dominance, but I have a feeling I won't get too many more chances at something like this. So I'm going to have to give it my all and get myself back into a place where having allies is more of a distraction than an aid. I will come back to you, don't worry. I just need to focus on this for now. We then head out to the ring, Karrion Kross versus Ethan Page. In the end, Karrion Kross beats Ethan Page to qualify for the Money in the Bank. That is SmackDown.
Fuck. I was laughing at the solo promo so
Oh, it's because you put him through a fucking flaming table.
hard.
I thought it was a great promo.
uh, it was. It's funny as fuck. He's like,
How
that's
dare
the
you put
fourth
my.
wheel. I was like, yep.
Because I was
Fine.
thinking of like an actuality. I was like, you could probably remove the fourth wheel off a vehicle and the vehicle could still drive fine. So yeah, Solo's the fourth wheel in this situation. Like
Made me laugh. That popped
he
me.
was he was a super background character of the family. I'm
Mega
here to
only needed to be there to get put through a flaming table.
you tried to massacre my boy. It's now my turn to build him back up.
I had nothing for solo. Yes. So.
I might also have basically nothing for Solo, but he's going to run a good family. He'll be like the promo guy. Like he's going to lead this family to success, but he might not have individual success immediately.
And was it the bloodline, the team you said was gonna win uh faction of the year?
I don't need every member of this group to like. I can build up. You didn't. I
I
have a
did.
plan.
I did.
They'll have
Yeah.
success. Solo might not be world champion this year, but this group is going to have plenty of success. They're going to have a feud go on throughout the entirety of the year. They have plans.